All right, welcome back to this week's practice, which is a breakdown and build up of the thread the needle movement. Today, for the beginner's level, we are still going to be keeping things fairly unloaded, but we're going to add some complexity by being in standing at the wall, which is going to mean that our hips are no longer grounded on something solid, and there is the possibility that when you twist, you may twist through your legs. Now, that's not the end of the world. Your body can twist that way. However, I'm going to cue you to maybe keep your lower body quiet as best as you can to honor and mimic the fact that eventually when we do get onto hands and knees, your knees will be grounded on the floor and you won't be able to do such a full body twist. But you can do what you want today, really, if you really do want to go for it. But to get started, we're going to face a wall. Feet are flat, hip width apart. Hands are outstretched, resting against the wall, full palm and finger contact. And you'll notice that I am a little bit slanted just to add this tiniest bit of weight. Now, we're trying to keep integrity through our body, okay? We're not bowed towards the wall. We're not doing a folk dance where we make a bridge for someone to dance through. We're trying to kind of mimic a plank position here. The elbows are straight but not locked, and we're just going to start off with our scapular push-ups. So the idea is that the shoulder blades can move towards the spine and then away from the spine. Towards the spine and away from the spine. This is effectively going to move your chest closer to the wall and away from the wall, kind of like a push-up. Except the movement is coming entirely from your shoulder blades moving on your rib cage, and the rest of your body is just kind of tipping back and forth with it, okay? Now let's try kind of more of a push-up where we're gonna let the elbows bend. You're gonna have a little more weight here, so you can really feel that stability being asked for as you slowly lower towards the wall, keeping that plank-like position, and then slowly controlled push yourself away, all right? Couple more times. And now, after this next elbow bend, we are gonna try those two movements one arm at a time. So let's start by having just our right hand on the wall. Try to keep that plank-like position, and we're just going to let the shoulder blade slide forward and back. And right now we're not adding any twisting. The chest is staying square to the wall for now. We're just practicing this kind of as close to one plane of movement as possible, just to keep things a little more simple. Okay, now let's do the elbow bend with one arm at a time, okay? So again, the chest is moving towards the wall, but it's staying pretty square to the wall. And unlike that last week, in this position standing, you start to feel that the muscles have to work to raise and lower you away from the wall. So let's switch arms. Left hand on the wall. Let's start with the scapular push-ups. So the elbow stays straight but not locked. Shoulder blade moves towards the spine as your chest moves closer to the wall, moves away from the spine as your chest moves away from the wall. And as always, you can match this to your breath. Doesn't really matter if you inhale in one direction and exhale in the other, or switch it up. Whatever feels natural. My main goal is that you are breathing. Okay, and then let's do the elbow bend version. So we're just going to let ourselves move closer to the wall because the elbow's bending. And remember that it's a slow, controlled movement. Both ways. Both letting yourself slowly move towards the wall, which is going to be resisting some gravity, and then also slowly controlling that push away from the wall. Okay? All right, let's bring both hands back. So now we're going to combine everything and we're going to kind of do a more full expression of thread the needle, just like we did last week, okay? But just remember that as we twist away, we're just going to watch how much movement maybe happens in the legs. Again, it's not bad for you if you twist a lot, but just eventually when we're on hands and knees, that won't be quite so possible anyways, all right? So we're going to inhale the right arm straight out to the side. Exhale as we twist away. Inhale as we come through, threading the needle, lowering the arm and head to the wall, resting here for just a moment, and then exhaling as we slow and controlled lift ourselves away from the wall and bring that right hand back. Okay, inhale the left arm out to the side. Exhale to push away from the wall, twisting through the spine, creating space in all the joints. Inhaling as you come back through center, threading the needle with that left arm, that slow, controlled lower to the wall with your right arm and shoulder, resting the head and the left arm on the wall. And then again, we're going to start to exhale as we push off the wall to bring that left hand back, okay? So we're gonna run through that 2 more times a little more fluidly, just to really kind of go through the motions, all right? So inhale the right arm out, exhale to start to twist, opening to the side of the room. Inhale to thread the needle, right arm comes through, left arm supporting you at the wall. Exhale as you push away with that left arm and return the right hand to the wall. Inhale the left arm out to the side. Exhale, pushing away from that wall, creating space in the joints as you twist. Inhaling to thread that left arm like a needle and resting the left arm and head on the wall. Exhale to push that right with that right arm and shoulder, bringing the left hand back to the wall. Inhale the right arm out to the side. Exhale, creating space in the joints as you twist open. Inhaling as you thread that right arm through, resting against the wall for just a moment, and then using that left arm as you exhale to bring the right hand back to the wall. One more time on the left, inhaling the left arm out, exhaling as you twist away, really creating space through that right shoulder. Inhaling to thread the left hand needle, resting against the wall for just a moment, and then exhaling as you push off with your right arm and return to the starting position. Okay. Alrighty, so hopefully you kind of got why that's the next level up of what we did last week. Like I said, there's a little more weight involved, so you're gonna feel those muscles working a little bit more. You're gonna start to feel why we wanna create that space through that shoulder joint as we push off the wall so that we can twist away. Next week, we're gonna kind of marry what we did there with what we'll eventually do on the floor by using a chair. Again, it might be a little more load than today, but play with this for the next week, and I will see you next Saturday with the next level.